when you decide you're going to follow Jesus, something you're going to discover very quickly is that you have an enemy, okay? When you decide to follow Jesus, you're going to find out you have an enemy. On the journey of faith, you not only are going to have real life problems like food and water and provisions that you need and God's going to supply, but you're also going to find out that you are going to face battles when our enemies attack us. Friends, when we identify with Christ, his enemies become our enemies. And we need to be ready for those battles. We need to understand, though, right out of the gate, I want you to get this, that in Ephesians chapter 6, it's a letter Paul wrote to the church at Ephesus, he tells us that our battles aren't with people. It says this, we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly places. Friends, let me be clear here. When you're experiencing battles, when you're disappointed and your experience isn't what you expected and all of that, and you're looking at the people that are attacking you, put a filter on it. Realize it's not them. It sure looks like them right now. Sure looks like my husband. Sure looks like my wife, my friend, or I thought was my friend, or my cousin, or whoever. Remember, we don't fight against flesh and blood enemies. We're fighting against Satan. And we need to know our enemy and know that he is very strategic. Satan has a strategic plan. I'm going to reveal 2 of his main points in his strategic plan, the way he operates, okay? He does this. First of all, he knows when we are at our weakest point. He knows our weaknesses. That's the way the Amalekites attacked Israel. They went to the weakest part of the group when they were tired, when they were weary because of the water and the food and everything and all of that. He attacked them at their weakest point. Satan does that. And he knows, friends, he knows where you're weak. Do you know where you're weak? Often we stumble, we fall, fall flat on our face because we don't even understand where our weaknesses is, or we're not acknowledging our weaknesses. And then when Satan comes along and that battle comes in that weak spot, we're primed to fall. Friends, know your weakness and guard against it. Be ready to experience the battle in your weakness. The other thing that Satan does in his strategic plans, he'll come at times right after great blessings when we're most vulnerable. We're thinking, woohoo, life is great, it's exciting. And then all of a sudden, it comes crashing down. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8 says, stay alert because our enemy, the devil, walks around like a roaring lion seeking someone he can devour. He's clever and he's looking to devour us. Satan attacks us after victories. When we think things are going well, be looking over your shoulder. When you think you're doing well in life and you think you're conquering things, you think you're kicking some goals, look over your shoulder. But friends, when we're at the high points, be aware, be ready, expect the battle.